How y'all doing out there tonight? Lomax here, King Lomax here, back with another video. As you can see, I'm in my sleeper. I'm in my truck. Um, I've been seeing a lot of videos lately on YouTube here about the tips at restaurants and about just the ridiculous amounts of tipping these days, especially when they're not working for it. So I have my own story to tell. In fact, I got two. I got two stories to tell you, right? Last week here, right? I went into the Waffle House, and it was only one guy. It was only one guy cooking on a grill, and it was a lady. It was a young lady. She was she was the only one taking orders and waiting the tables and all that. And it was a few people in there, maybe about 6, 7, possibly. This is the middle of the day. This is the middle of the day, and I go in and I sit down. I like to sit in the corner light facing the door. Guess call me a little paranoid, but every time I go somewhere and sit down, it's just a habit without me even thinking about it. I have to sit and face the door. Um, so with that being said, I sat there, and she takes my order, and she quite had a nasty attitude, honestly. But that's here or there. She's young. She probably don't want to be at work. And as I looked around, other people were waiting on their food. And they was looking like, what's going on? What's taking so long for the food? They had to been waiting like 15 minutes or 20 minutes before I even showed up. And they finally, the people who was sitting like right across from me, they finally got their food. And I had to wait like another 15 to 20 minutes just to get mine. So I was being patient about it. I wasn't in a rush to go nowhere. I was off on my off time. So I didn't make a big deal over it. And when I sit down, man, I'm usually very observant of my surroundings, and I encourage y'all to be too. Start being more aware of your surroundings. That's just for your safety and others' safety. It's a good thing to learn. So with that being said, I'm trying to get to the point here. The young lady, she comes to me. She only asked me one time, what I needed, and am I good? And I told her yes, ma'am, I'm great. And it was another lady, a customer. She came in and she had a child. The baby wasn't even 2 years old. So the waiter, she literally grabs the baby, go around to the back where the cook is, for to ring people up and check them out. She's holding the baby, and she's at work on the clock behind there where the grill is, where the man is cooking at and all that. And, I'm just paying attention to this, and I'm just looking like she has customers. She has the way people sit people, and she literally has an infant child, a baby, in her arm. You cannot make this up. This is in Atlanta. This is in Atlanta on the outskirts. And so I was done with my food by then, and usually I'm generous when I sit down and eat, and but if you don't deserve it, I'm really not going to give you anything. I'm not gonna pay you for not doing anything. That's just me. If you're a good waiter and you check up on me, and you're doing what you have to do, yes, I'm gonna leave you a tip. And so anyway, I get up and I go check out. I pay for my food. I think it was like $13. And I give her a 20. And she had the nerve to ask me, She had the nerve to ask me, "Do you want change back?" And I looked at her and I said, "Yes, I want my change back." And you should have saw the look on her face. You know, she was looking like really, like you ain't gonna leave me a tip. I mean, you could just tell how she was looking, right? You know, I just looked at her straight in her eyes. She's holding the child. She's holding the baby. You know, didn't come and check them. Didn't ask them did I want anything to go. You know, would I like to take something to go, a cup of water or something. She didn't do none of that. You know, she was just playing with the child, and I don't. And of course, it wasn't her child. But you know, it was very interesting to see that people still expect something from you, pay your hard-earned money when they didn't even earn it or work for it. I see it all the time. I see it all the time when you go into these restaurants and you order something, and they have the tip jar right there. They have the tip jar right there. Not they don't do no work to earn it. They just want you to leave them a tip. And you know, sometimes I do it, but if you ain't deserved, like for an example, the grill master, the hibachi guy at the Japanese restaurant, yeah, I'll leave him $1 tip, maybe $2, because yeah, he's actually doing work back there. He's actually getting people's plate, you know, put teriyaki sauce on there, you know, hibachi and it all up and all that. Yes, he deserves that. You know, he's not back there playing with a child and, you know, not attending to his customers and the food he has to cook. He's doing his job. So yes, he deserves a tip. And that's not the only story I have. This is not the first time that this happened to me. This happened to me 3 or 4 times. So I go, so next story, I go to Popeye's Chicken this past weekend as well. And, you know, sometimes I want, you know, a 2-piece or something like that. I go through the drive-thru, right? And as I pulled up to the little Qualcomm at the drive-thru, you know, I really didn't figure out what I wanted yet. And so the guy, he comes on the intercom and he says, "Hey, may I take your order?" And I say, "Just 1 minute. I'm still trying to figure out, you know, what I really want." And you won't believe what this guy said. He said, this came verbatim out of his mouth. He said, "Well, we don't got time for you to figure out what you got to do. We don't have time for that. We're busy." That's what he said. That's what he said, in which it doesn't surprise me because it's Atlanta. It doesn't surprise me one bit at all. And, you know, I didn't even say nothing back. You know, I just looked at it. I was just like, wow. And I drove around. I went ahead and went over to Taco Bell or something, man. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. The nerve of people these days. Another incident in a time is when I went to Moe's. I like their protein bowl with the rice, you know. You get the beans, you know, hook it up, little protein bowls. Y'all know what I'm talking about, black beans and rice and all that, and pick your protein. So I go through the line, right? I tell them what I want on it, on my protein bowl. I get to the end of the line, and I think I end up paying like what? Something close to $20. And what? I gave her like hell, what did I give her? I think I had a big bill. I had something like 100. I gave her a big bill, and she looked down and she looked back up at me when she was getting my change, and she was like, you know, do you want the rest of your change? Like, do you need change? And I said, is that your way of asking me for a tip? And she said, yeah. And I looked at her, you know, all the respect. I looked at her with all the respect. I don't look down on nobody. That's not what I do. It's not what type of person I am. I give a janitor the same, if not the same respect as I would a president To me, you're a human first. If you act like one, right? Um, so I ended up giving her a tip or whatnot. She didn't wait me or nothing. I had got my order to go anyway. And I pulled her to the side, and I kind of asked her like y'all have to ask for tips, like that's quite sad, man, when you think about it. I've never worked in a restaurant before. I've never worked in a restaurant before, so I wouldn't know how that go. But she was so excited when I gave her something, gave her that tip. I could tell she really appreciated it. But anyway, man, I ain't gonna make this video long. That's just my little 2 cents. And there's more, but I'm not gonna go into it now. Maybe I'll share it another time. Getting late on me. Gotta get up early in the morning, man. I'm in Florida, North Florida, Jacksonville. Have to take this load up to Savannah in the morning. Probably get there about 9 o'clock or so. So yeah, y'all let me know a time where this happened to y'all. When y'all was disrespected or something, or a person that was just rude and just don't care. At a restaurant, servicing you, right? And then expected something in return. Your currency, your money, right? Y'all let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna keep these videos coming. Here lately, been very motivated on things. Very, very motivated. I spend most of my time driving the truck. It's time to be more creative out here. And thank y'all for tuning in. Thanks if you view the content, if you like the content. Leave a comment. I read you guys' comments. You leave one, I will reply to you. So let me know what y'all think of this video. Peace.